And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Demasked. My name is Fresman, and today I'm joined by Tanner Stokes. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now,
Great.
Now that I've finally got you here.
Only took 3 attempts. It's all good.
Oh yeah. Totally nobody's fault as I look around. Totally.
The empty room besides you.
All the mirrors are pointed back at me. Nobody.
Why do you got so many mirrors in your room, huh?
You gotta check from all angles, man, just in
I
case.
I get you.
That, and I occasionally fire a high-powered laser at it, just in case.
Oh, dog, I get you.
Gotta get that good old-fashioned laser grid going.
Oh, yeah.
So what would you say that you do on your channel?
What I do on my channel is I compose music for YouTubers who do narrations, mostly horror narrations. There's all sorts of people who like to use them. Lady Spookaria uses my music every time she live streams on Sundays, and Dr. Creepin uses it, and it's just like background noise for, I guess, to set the mood, you know. And I basically just post all my songs on there. I haven't for a little bit because I've been like busy with a lot of other musical projects, but that's basically what I do within the horror community.
So what pushed you to do like horror tracks, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so I've done like a handful of other different kinds of projects, just like I guess normal kind of pop music or indie music. But the thing that kind of got me into it is I've always been like a huge horror fan. Like I grew up reading Stephen King and listening to creepypastas and stuff on YouTube. And I always even when I was first starting to write music, all the songs I wrote were always in like minor keys, and I could never write very like happy go lucky songs, you know. And I kind of broke out of that and was able to write like happier songs, but I kind of went back to that sometimes just for like fun, because I always thought, dude, like there's like this weird creepy song I wrote and I've never done anything with it. And so what kind of like pushed me is I kept hearing that there's who's the other guy? Is I can't remember. I can't pronounce his name. Do you know who I'm talking about? MYUU.
Yeah,
That does the music.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of them.
I would always listen to him around like Halloween time because he had his stuff on like Spotify, and I'd always hear his music on like everybody's channel. And so I like was just like, man, if he can do it, and I should give it a go. So I like wrote a bunch of songs and just emailed them out to different YouTubers, and I was like, hey, like if you like this, go ahead and use it, because like I don't want to charge anyone because I like doing it, and I would think it'd be really fun to hear like my music be with your talented voice. And it just kind of like picked up from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting because I haven't seen very many channels that are sort of strictly like ambient tracks, like music to be used in that way to sort of back up narrations and horror content.
Yeah.
See, what you need to do, or at least when like April Fool's rolls around, you just need to do one like maybe hour-long track that's like one of those the Halloween ambient sounds, where it's just like
yeah. Yeah.
Chains clinking in the distance.
Dude, that's a great idea. I really should.
Hey man, I'll help.
Dude, I'm down. I'll just make all like the spooky noises, and then you can just go ooh into the microphone. It'll work out.
Go buy myself a new set of chains and just stand across my room jangling them.
Dude, there we go. Hey, that's how I like I've done a few things on my songs with like sound effects. I literally am just like picking up my laptop keyboard and like scraping my fingers across it and stuff. Adding effects. Hey, it works, man. Yeah.
Foley is a magical thing. There was this thing I saw of a fellow doing Foley work, and he has like it looks like two cat paws on like two sticks, and he's like gently hitting dirt in a box that he's collected.
What in the world? What was it for? Do you remember like what he was making sounds for?
It was like I think it was the sound of like an animal walking through like a forest.
Oh,
So he's just
interesting.
gently patting dirt, and it looks like it's just two cat paws on a stick. Just
Man, that would be such a fun and weird job to do.
I well the one. So you mentioned Lady Spukar earlier,
Mhm.
and there's something that I do once in a while to annoy Lady,
Uh-huh.
and so a small thing I learned is that there's a type of neck snap sound effect that can be done with like a water bottle,
Okay.
and
Oh, I
well,
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
hold on. Oh, I will demonstrate. Hopefully, not to the chagrin of the people listening at home, but you take a water bottle and you're like, hey, I gotta pop my neck, and you just
Oh, dude. Especially when you can't see it, man. Oh, it reminds me of like when you're walking with friends and you're walking through like a doorway or something, you hit your foot on the door but act like you hit your
ah
head. You know what I'm talking about?
uh-huh.
It's like the same kind of vibe. I love it.
I do. I hate to admit it, but I do that all the time. Just
Oh,
thud. Oh ah.
I'm sure Lady loves when you do that though. When you do the neck cracking.
I also I found this sound effect
Uh-huh.
that I found the sound effect she despises, and what sucks is it's like my favorite sound effect.
Okay.
So look, man, at the end of the day, fart sound effects are funny.
Dude,
Once in
big time. Even real ones.
and well, there's one that's been going around or being used quite often for like meme videos or sound effects, so on and so forth.
Yeah, and
But
like TikTok and stuff too, or
maybe I'm not sure, but it's like the sound of it's a fart with like a reverb, like it's in a giant empty room.
okay, I think I might know what you're talking about.
I'll have to send it to you, but it like once in a while, like we'll be talking like this over Discord,
Yeah.
and I'll cue it up on my phone, and I'm like, oh man, I think there's a thunderstorm going on outside, followed by. Did you, did you hear that thunder? Jeez, that was crazy.
That's so dumb. I love it so much. Have you been a guest on our live stream before?
I have been a part of that Inquisition. Yes,
Oh, nice. I don't I think I might have missed that one. Sorry.
I've been on there a handful of times, but I'm usually trying to derail everything.
Dude, that's the only way to get onto that show. Are you kidding me? Those are the best guests.
I made it here. Time to burn it to the ground. No, but no. I believe I've seen you on there once or twice.
Just once.
Mm.
I think I might have been just a terrible guest. That's why.
Oh hush. I I don't believe there is such a thing as a terrible guest.
Unless they just don't talk.
Oh yeah. But in which case, I'll probably just keep going.
Yeah, just talking to yourself into the ether.
So what do you do on your channel then? Cool.
So how long have you been in this community yourself?
Well, being a part of this community was unintentional.
Okay.
Like personally, I'm not a horror channel,
Yeah.
but the people I talk to are pretty consistently horror content creators. but it's mainly because they get back to me the fastest out of anybody.
Yeah, really interesting.
Yeah.
They're
So,
usually like the nicest people too. Like I feel like this community is like so kind to each other. It's so sweet.
oh yeah, well, like I can't believe how fast like people will get back to you over messages and whatnot. Like, of course, there's some me that take a minute to get back to you, but like some of my like previous guests, it was just like one click away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not me. I take forever to respond. I'm sorry.
Same here. I get distracted.
Same, same.
But oh, so what made you outside of the love of horror? What kind of pushed you to make music for the horror community?
Um, Man, honestly, I think it might have been also growing up with listening to like the music from like horror movies too, and I love like how simplistic some songs are. Like
Mm.
in a lot of like the Conjuring films or like in Annabelle and stuff, I forget the dude's name who did the music for Annabelle, but um
Mm.
a lot of the time it's just very like you don't have to do much to freak someone out, which I love that in like that in like horror genre music because I think in like any other movie you have to throw in like so much nice beautiful melodies and stuff like that to like get the feeling of like oh I'm sad or I'm happy, but with like horror you just get like three string players to all play different dissonant notes, like holding them
Mm.
out. And it's like, oh, I feel uneasy, and like I don't know. I think growing up and listening to that kind of music got me really into it. And it was like, well, I should try that because I'm not like obviously as good as like a lot of other people, but like I'm like, well, I think I could if I write all my songs in these minor keys. And yeah, I don't know. I love it a lot. I did uh film I did music for a short film a year or so ago, and that was like, dude, that was so fun. Just because of that, like I got to bring um what everyone's seeing on the screen almost a little bit more to life because before it's obviously just people talking, but then adding like creepy piano and stuff, it just brings more
Mm.
emotion to it, which I like love doing. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I don't know. I think spooky other people's music like Danny Elfman and stuff has really
Mm.
pushed that for me.
Oingo boingo.
Ooh, I love Oingo Boingo.
Good. Good. We can remain friends. Yes.
Man, they need to get back together. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, like I had the problem of like knowing Danny Elfman as a composer first,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then going and listening to like was it Private Life by Oingo Boingo?
Uh, Dude,
And
isn't that revelation so crazy though to be like, wait, the dude who wrote the theme song to The Simpsons is also an Oingo Boingo? It's mind blowing. It's like, dude, can this guy do everything? It's crazy.
by the looks of it, I hope I hope he can do everything.
I listened to an interview from him the other day, and he was talking about how he never wants to do Oingo Boingo again. I'm like, dude, come on, just like one more run at it?
So this quick side tangent, not
Yeah, what's
tangent, but no. As we were discussing Oingo Boingo, I'm slowly scrolling through your Twitter, and the thing my eyes set upon is, and I quote, Tanner Stokes from January 29th. My tummy hurts, but I'm being so brave.
dude, I have these random like I never tweet, but sometimes I'm just like, dude, that would be funny if I saw that, and then I don't.
I gotta get this idea out of my head.
Dog, I'm glad you appreciate it because I feel like I annoy the crap out of everyone on on like Twitter and stuff.
Wait, oh, like there have been a couple where like I'll just be going through Twitter. I'm like, I have something really dumb to say. It's time.
Dude, but those are the best tweets, man. Especially when like you don't tweet as much and then you just drop something stupid. Oh, I love it.
Well, what was it? I remember saying something. I think it was like a little over a year ago, where it was like, "Yeah, Space Jam is a modern work of cinematic masterpiece." I say as I'm shot out the airlock into space.
Dog, you know who's so silly on Twitter is Weekly Creeps if you follow him.
Not only do I follow him, I talk to him quite often.
Oh, good, dude. He's so funny. I freaking love that guy, man.
I say once in a while those tweets will be about me.
Oh, that's
well,
genius.
well, like we'll be talking on a VC, and he's just like, we're like, oh man, that'd be a funny tweet, and then I just hear typing, like, what are you doing? What's
Oh, so you
happening?
actually like play VR with him and stuff?
Oh, we play like the forest and Minecraft.
Oh, fun, dude.
I like placing brown bricks. Minecraft.
I'm assuming you guys are on PCs playing together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Man, if I had a PC, I'd jump on with you guys, but alas, I'm too stupid and only have a PlayStation and Xbox.
PS4.
Yeah.
I have that.
Ooh, dog. I forget what games I have, but I'll have to take a look and let you know.
Yeah, me too. I honestly I need to get a bigger hard drive for it.
Oh, really? Running out of space or?
Well, like you can only install like 2 or 3 games, and then you're out of room.
Yeah, dude, that's how the one is too, and I hate it, man.
uh, Although I heard a theory about game file sizes, or at least in relation to like the newer Call of Duty games, because those are like 200 gigabytes.
Oh, God.
Well, the theory is that it's purposely like none of the files are compressed on purpose, so you run out of space on your hard drive, so you can't play anything else other than that game.
Dude, why does everyone have to be so shady about everything? You know what I mean? It's so annoying. It's like whenever anybody comes out with like anything new, they purposely make it so it's gonna break in 2 years, so you have to get a new one. I hate this crap, dog.
Mm-hmm. Or if you try to repair it, sometimes they sue you.
Yeah,
Certain certain phone companies.
it's bull, dude. Well, it's even like how the new Xbox, I think it holds like what, 2 terabytes or something like that.
Mm.
But it's like, Doug, you can fit more in there. That's not enough. Like you said, I even now like all the games are so big. You download three, and it's like, well, I got to delete one of them to get like Far Cry.
Well, I ran into that the other day. It was like, oh yeah, there's a new update for this game you enjoy, and I go, cool. How big's the update? It's like, oh, it's like 40 gigabytes.
Uh,
Oh,
well, can't play it now.
guess I'm gonna have to start the update and then go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. They take freaking like 4 hours to do, and it's like, all right.
But on the upside, they added a lot of nice features in that update. I
True,
will
true.
admit. Well,
So it makes it
it's
somewhat worth it.
it's that Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. How is that?
I I really enjoy it. Like I can understand people's issues with it and whatnot,
Yeah,
but
I've heard like very mixed things about it.
yeah, but it clicks the boxes in my head that I need out of a science fiction story.
Yeah. Is it um is it because I hear a lot of people compare it to like just a better futuristic GTA. Is that like an accurate description, or I don't know, how would you feel like it would be?
Maybe, but with how do I word it? It's more character driven, less like burn the city to the ground, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you definitely mess stuff up. You destroy some stuff, but it's not like I just have a rocket launcher on me at all times.
Yeah, yeah. And then you can just put it away with nilly-willy and not even see it.
Shove it back into my pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, I, I do this thing that, like, if I remember, it annoys ladies specifically,
Okay.
where uh, I'll pick like a very like either a weapon that is not as effective as, say, like, you're playing Fallout and it's like, oh, you can have a machine gun. It's like, no, I'm using a revolver. or or I'm or more recently in Fallout 76, I use nothing but fists.
Okay.
But I'm really good at it is the problem.
Really? What in the world? Dude,
Yeah.
that's a skill, dog.
And so, like, her and Weekly will be like across the field sniping a death claw, and I'm up in front of it punching it in the head. and and somehow I'm alive by the end.
Dude, that's hilarious. Hey, you always have to have a runner on your team, you know?
Well, what gets me is I'm like, hey, look, I did it, and I just hear Lady through a mic, just like, this bullshit.
Dude, I didn't even know she played video games too. That's so fun.
Well, I mean, it saves me bullets, you know?
Yeah.
I don't need to reload.
Yeah, exactly, dog.
Like, hell, I beat Cyberpunk with a revolver.
Did you the whole thing? What are you talking about?
So, like, you constantly get, like, better and better weapons, and you can upgrade them as you go as well.
Okay.
And so I tried, like, automatic weapons, but for some reason doesn't hit as well with me.
Okay.
And so I'm like, this assault rifle cannon, it's not doing it. But then I got a big old revolver called the Overture,
Hmm.
and you can, like, put weapon mods on it, so it's like, better headshot damage, and, like, I think it's like a critical chance. And so I'm just like one shot headshotting with a revolver. I'm like, this is going great.
Oh, geez, dude. Yeah, that makes sense. If you can mod it out and make it freaking amazing, then heck yeah, dog.
Well, like, walking into, like, the final fight, no spoilers, but like like whole rooms of enemies, and I'm just like, all right, and just slowly putting bullets in my revolver. I'm like, be right with you. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot 6 and then have to run away for a sec so I can reload.
When I'm out, I'm just gonna start swinging wildly. Is that all right?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'll have to as soon as I finish Far Cry, I'll have to try that out.
Oh man, have you heard of Brutal Half-Life?
No, I haven't. What is that?
So it's a redo or a retooling of the original Half-Life. If you've played that,
I don't think so.
well, it's so there's like more in this retooled version. There's more like blood and guts. If like somebody explodes, it's just like a shower of viscera. But they
That's sweet.
added like fists as a weapon,
Okay.
which in which normally it's like a crowbar. But
Oh,
you
interesting.
but with the fists, you swing as fast as you can click.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And if I remember, if you hit Q, you can, like, throw out a kick. And so what I did was, like, I'm gonna try to do this entire game fists only.
Oh, God, dude.
I do. I got pretty far.
Do you
Problem
like
is,
just making games harder than they're supposed to be, or?
not intentionally.
Yeah.
It's not like, how can I mess this up? It's just Like, ooh, this is fun, and then I'll give it a shot.
Dog, I love that. Especially if you've already beaten it before, why not,
Yeah, much to the annoyance of one Lady Spookaria.
Yeah.
Ah.
Dude, but her reactions are the best to like people annoying her. So I totally understand.
Well, oh, like was it? We were recently playing the forest,
Hmm.
and her and Weekly are trying to survive. They're
Okay.
building shelters, and I'm getting in sword fights with the cannibals.
With the camels, dog.
Well, like every couple of minutes, there will be a moment of silence followed by, "Fresman, where are you?" Like, "Oh, nowhere," as I'm slashing away. Like, "No, it's going
Oh,
fine."
I just looked it up. I know what game you're talking about, dude. Is it looks way fun, man.
It is. I like back when it first came out, I wasn't totally sure, but now that I've beaten it, it's actually super good.
Is it more fun with like the people you play with, or is it like by yourself? It's still fun.
I would argue that it's fun both ways, but I would recommend playing with another person
Okay.
because there's the potential to horribly mess up everything, and when those moments occur, it's fantastic.
Yeah, dude. Because I feel that same way about even Halo.
Mm,
Stuff like that. Like even playing online, I hate playing by myself. I feel like you have to have a squad, and otherwise, you suck.
well, what you do is you get a team together, and then you run legendary.
Oof, jeez.
That that's what I used to. Oh, I used to do that back in high school with Halo Reach,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and like I was the least effective one in the group, so I was just stand back as they're all tearing everything apart, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go hit the button that we need to hit. Oh. So what kind of games do you play, by the way?
Oh man, I basically just listed them all. I, I want to play more, but I feel like I don't know. Like it's hard for me to get into game like a lot of games.
Mm.
Currently playing Far Cry 6, and I'm like probably halfway through that game right now.
Is that one any good?
I like it a lot. I haven't I watched my brother play the fifth one and he really liked that. And I
Mm.
was this new one came with my Xbox. So I'm like, well, I'll give it a go. And I like it. It's not my favorite because a lot of the time it just feels tedious, like you're doing the same thing over and over
Mm.
again. But I don't know. I think that can be fun for some people. It's just not my cup of tea. I want something different every time.
Mm.
But it's not terrible.
Well, now here's the true question: what's your favorite video game, all
Oh,
time?
oh man. Gee whiz. That's a good question.
Asking the tough questions here on Demasked.
Man, I think everyone's gonna hate me, but the GTA, the San Andreas. Oh man, that's probably got to be one of my favorites.
That's actually a solid pick.
I feel like GTA gets shit on all the time though by like a lot of gamers. You know what I mean? But dude, I think they're so fun, especially that one. Like the story and everything is so sick. I think it's so fun.
Well, well, that and like I I love the weird sort of loose connection between games.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Like
I,
like in 5 there are characters from GTA 4 that just reappear.
yeah, exactly. And I heard that's what they're gonna do with the sixth one too. Like a couple of the characters from the fifth one are gonna be in that too. But then again, rumors about that that game have been around for the last 10 years, so who knows if that's gonna be real.
Bigfoot's in the game, I swear.
Yeah.
but then Bigfoot actually starts showing up.
Yeah. Yo, or dude, Red Dead Redemption, either of those games have got to be in my top 10 for sure.
One or two.
Two's above one, but they're both up there.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, dude, because I love you kind of get the backstory of John, but in the eyes of someone else. I don't know. I think that was super cool of them to like incorporate like the backstory in that kind of way, you know?
Well, so for Red Dead 2 specifically, I had this issue where like, so it happens for a couple of games where it's like, hey, here's this character, it's like, I no longer care about any of the other characters. Where is John?
Yeah.
Hey, Arthur, how's it going? Don't care. Where is he?
Yeah. Arthur, we gotta get to Tahiti.
I got a plan, Arthur. It's like, nope, gotta go talk to John.
Oh, dude, but I love what's his name? I was just talking as him.
Dutch?
Dutch, dude, yeah. I loved that whole concept. I thought it was so cool.
I need a goddamn plan.
Here's the deal. If you don't cry when your horse dies, I don't know who you are.
So, I teared up not when I lost my main horse, but you know the hunter character that you run into?
I'm trying to remember. It's been a few years since I beat it.
Well, it's an old dude that's like, oh, I can teach you how to hunt and fish and all this.
Oh,
But
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
But eventually he gifts you a horse.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm riding around. I'm like, yeah, I finally got this really nice horse. And then some guy like jumped out and tried to rob me and then shot at me and hit my horse.
What in the world?
And so I go tumbling off the horse, and I don't have any like horse revives on me. So I'm like, no.
Oh, I would just quit the game right there.
In hindsight, I could have just loaded a save.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
But I was too caught up in the moment.
Oh, dude, no spoilers, but man, at the end too with your horse. Ooh, boy. Don't even get me started.
Well, what was the dude, it's so interesting watching Dutch slide into madness.
Yeah, exactly. I loved how they did that. Well, and I think it's cool because then in the first one, when John uh, goes to kill Dutch, again, no spoilers, whoopsies, but when it like kind of makes a connection, like, oh, this is who he was before all this. Like, it's crazy.
Well, how do I word it? So I've watched Lady play Red Dead Redemption 2. But she brought up a good point where she walked into the camp and she's like, "Am I the only one who seems to do anything around here?"
Dude, I think that same thing. It's like, what, we have 20 people and people just keep dying off, and it's like, well, good, then we don't have to feed them. Like, get out of here.
Well, not only that, they're sitting there like, Arthur, we're running low on food.
Yeah,
like,
you better go hunting.
Well, can you go into town and get us some rations? And it's like the one guy who handles the food, and he's able-bodied and able to go into town, but he won't.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta make this stew if you can head on over to town. Such an ass.
And then there's Uncle with his lumbago.
Yeah. It's just such a well-written game, though. And like I was saying with like Far Cry, how some levels are tedious. With that game, every single like mission or even side missions you do feel different,
Well, that and like, I love the side missions where it's not like you go talk to somebody and you're given the mission.
Hmm.
It's the ones that you find out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, hey, I'm gonna. Oh, what's this house over here? Oh, there's like a robbery happening.
Yeah, it's crazy. Or like the brother and sister who are living together, and you stumble upon them and stuff. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Sit down with us for dinner. It's like, okay.
Oh god. Yeah, dude, I love that game.
Although I do like how Arthur handles that whole situation. Where you walk back downstairs and you're like, hey, so I found a femur upstairs. Anybody want to tell me about that one?
And then don't they drug you? Isn't that what they do? Or
I think so.
they do something like that. It's like, it's so weird. I love it.
But it probably got burned out by all the alcohol in Arthur's veins.
That's the thing I love about Rockstar games too, is like they're weird, but they're little over the top, but don't cross too much over that edge to be out of reality. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure.
Except for the aliens, I guess, in the fifth one. But I love how they just have really weird situations that are like, this maybe could be real. I don't know.
I I do love the reaction to the strange that a lot of the characters have.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, like was it with like the time traveler mission in Red Dead 2? Because
I don't think I ever did that one.
you bump into a guy who's talking in a very not old west fashion.
Huh.
Like he's almost talking in like a 1950s esque, hello old sport.
Yeah.
And even Arthur's like, the hell is wrong with you? What's going on?
Huh. And then
And
like what? You just like find out he has a time machine, or
well, he's like, yeah, I'm not from around here, and you're like, yeah, whatever, dude. And you go and collect. I think it's like you find the location of like rock drawings, and
huh.
then when you get back to his house, there's a lady standing in the house that's like incredibly confused as to why you're standing inside her house. And you're like, I'm looking for him. Where is he? And it's like, well, that's impossible. I mean, she's like, he's right here, and it's like a baby.
What in the world?
Yeah, and he's like, wait, what? He's like, maybe it was the boy's father. He's like, he's been dead for like 4 years. Like,
Huh.
it couldn't possibly be him. But like, both the guy that you meet and the baby have like the same birthmark.
Interesting. Dude,
Yeah,
man, that's sick. I'm pissed I didn't find that.
you still have a chance.
True. I gotta replay that. It's been a little bit.
Well, like, oh, now what would so if GTA 6 ever comes out,
Yeah.
what do you want from it?
Man, uh dude, that's such a good question. I like don't know if I feel like it'd be more fun having it like modern, like the fifth one, like just like a current era, or if like a futuristic one would be cooler. I don't know, because I feel like if they tried to do a vintage one like Vice City was, or something like that, it'd be cool, but there's so many like futuristic aspects to that game that would be so dope that I kind of hope they don't do that. So I don't know. I'm hoping at least futuristic esque, you know?
I wouldn't mind if they went backwards.
Really.
Not even like, back to the 80s or something like that. But
Hmm.
like so like Johnny Klebitz is in 5. He's that biker that gets stomped out by Trevor.
Oh yeah.
Well, he was the main character of the Lost and Damned DLC. for
Really
GTA 4.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Welcome. You get to be introduced to the Rolodex as well. Surprise.
Oh, you know what would be way cool is if they did like kind of like a back and forth thing. Like if you could be like an older dude, but it's like modern, and then went back and it was like the 70s or something like that, and he was like a teenager. That'd be dope, and you could kind of just go back and forth, and it told the story. Why am I not working for Rockstar? What is
It,
happening?
the decisions that you make in the past sort of affect the future.
Yeah, that would be so sweet. I heard there
Well,
might be even like you could play as a girl in the campaign too, which I think would be really cool and different for that kind of game.
yeah. Well, like here's hoping that they don't go like the Assassin's Creed route, where it's
In
like
what aspect do you mean that?
so there is like in more recent ones like Odyssey and Valhalla, you have the option to play either as a man or a woman, right?
Okay.
Problem is, only one of those characters is canon.
Well, why would they do that?
Exactly. Like in Odyssey, there's Alexios and Cassandra, but Cassandra is canonically the one that goes through the story.
Weird. That's really
Yeah.
strange.
So God, I hope that's not the case. But
Yeah, that'd be so lame.
uh,
Yeah, I wish I
like,
was more into video games. Honestly, that's pretty much where my gaming knowledge ends is GTA 5, San Andreas, and like Call of Duty.
God, I've been trying to go back and play games that I sort of like missed out on, like games I was a kid when they came out,
Uh-huh.
and one of them recently was a point and click adventure called Myst.
Oh, hold on. I think I might have had that on when I was a kid and my brother played it.
It was also on PlayStation 1.
Oh, interesting.
But you know what? That game's strange, and I totally get why people love it.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, it's spelled with a Y, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I do remember trying to play it and I just did not understand it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So, some of those puzzles are incredibly like nebulous in their like the clues.
yeah, I like was I remember trying to play as a kid. I was like, when do I get a gun? Like, what is the point of this game?
Well, like, so I tried, in like the keyword is tried, um,
hmm
to play it on like the PlayStation 1 back in the day,
Okay. Like when it
and
first came out, or
I don't think I even existed when it first came out.
oh, really?
Let me check missed release date, because I'm pretty sure that was like 90, yeah, 93.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't think it
yeah,
was
that
that old.
I say it predates me by about 3 years.
Oh, jeepers.
I'm showing my age right now.
Hey, man, that's you and me both. 96, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
True 90s kids.
Yeah. Dude, right in the middle. Let's go. Sorry, you
right
were saying
on
you,
right on the verge of millennial.
yeah, you were saying you were playing on the PS1.
Hmm. Well, they had. Oh, just a moment. Hello.
You're good.
They didn't have anything just called sweet iced tea, so I got you the raspberry iced tea. All good. All right, thank you. Yep. And we're back.
You're good. Did you just order lunch?
Oh no, my brother picked up a drink for me.
Oh, nice, nice.
But but no, I tried to play it back on the PS1 back in like I want to say 2001, 2002,
Okay.
and just could not figure it out because you're trying to navigate like a pointer with an analog stick.
Oh, that sounds like hell.
And well, if you're interested in playing on PC at any point. I think it might be on consoles. I'm not sure. I haven't done the research, but uh, but they released a full um 3D re-release of that game.
Really?
Yeah, and you know what? It's super pretty, and they actually kept like how it looks from back then.
Oh, interesting. So is it all just like kind of remastered and redone pretty much, but
Yeah,
the
the
same
well
map and everything?
the original version was like pre-rendered like backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Like you're essentially clicking on a picture,
Yeah.
but the version I'm referring to is called Real Mist Masterpiece Edition. But it's
Ooh,
a full like 3D version of the island and everything.
interesting. Is the point just to get off the island? Is that basically what the whole concept of it is?
It kind of, but you're also solving a larger problem.
Okay.
You're trying to free a couple of dudes that are trapped inside of books.
What in the interesting.
Well, so in that whole series, books can be used as like gateways to other worlds.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so if under the right circumstances you could write a world like it, but it's not like an Earth-sized thing. It's like they're called ages, which is like Mist is one of them,
Hmm.
but then there's like the Selenetic age, the mechanical age, the stone ship age. Can't believe I remembered the Selenetic age.
Dude, I'm surprised you remember any of this. It's crazy.
see the fun thing is that's what the Rolodex is. I like I've described it a couple times, but it's how my brain recalls information.
Interesting.
Well, sometimes it'll just hand me random things.
Do you have a photographic memory?
I don't think so.
Well, man, it sounds like it if you're remembering all this crap from
'Cause-
years ago.
well, the thing is, like whenever I recall information, it
Mhm.
is it's not voluntary.
Okay.
It's not like I'm sitting here like, ooh, hold on, let me remember. It's like, wait, hold up, as a Rolodex somewhere on a desk in the back of my brain starts spooling up.
That's fascinating, dude. Were you good
Yeah.
in school too?
No,
Yeah.
I was terrible in school.
But like you said, you just remember random things
Yeah.
against your will, basically.
Oh yeah. Well, like so. Okay. Well, here's a fun one because I actually did something about it.
Okay.
I bought a figure of the character I'm gonna mention, but
Uh-huh.
so I don't. This is a weird way to start a story, but I don't watch the Godzilla movies.
Oh, okay. Why?
Like
Okay.
like the old like 70s and 80s Toho ones.
Okay.
And I'm standing at the bus stop waiting to go to work the other day,
Hmm.
and like I suddenly shoot upright. I'm like Jet Jaguar,
Huh?
which is the name of a robot character from Godzilla versus Megalon from like God, I want to say like 78.
That
Right?
just popped into your head. What in the world?
Yeah, just out from nothing.
Dog, that's insane. It's just aliens feeding you information, dog.
All right. I say I better check my fillings. Do I have a Wi-Fi
Yeah.
connection?
Yeah, did you get the vaccine? That's gonna.
I got that 5G.
Yeah.
But no, like I started then doing research on Jet Jaguar, and I bought a bought a figure, and he's now sitting here staring at the side of my head.
Dude, that's sick. Jet Jaguar, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's a giant robot that does like karate.
Dude, that's actually dope. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking at a picture of him right now. I remember seeing him. I never watched the movie or show.
Right? But the thing is, I don't recall ever hearing his name.
That is so weird, dude.
So just like Jet Jaguar. Wait.
He's kind of dope though, dude. I'm gonna dress up as him at Comic Con or something. That'd be sick.
I want to dress as him and then find somebody cosplaying Godzilla.
And fight him.
Well, it's weird because he like helps Godzilla, and there's this weird moment which he like shakes Godzilla's hand.
What in the?
It's like, yeah, just like shaking his hand, and he's like helping like throw combos onto Megalon.
That's hilarious. Is he like made by humans or something, or is he just a random giant robot that shows up?
He was made by humans at like human sized, but then all of a sudden he can grow to this giant robot.
So dumb. I love it.
Yeah, and he can fly. It's nuts. What I'm saying is I feel like the Rolodex might be a source of indefinite energy. If
Like
I
I
could
said, you're
if I
just
could
getting all
get
this
some cables
info.
hooked up to it.
Yeah. I like how it's just giving you stupid information that doesn't matter. I love it, dude.
Well, like, oh, so do you ever watch like College Humor or the show Game Changer?
I remember College Humor. I haven't seen it in a while. It's like the YouTube channel, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, there's a writer who's on that show named Brennan Lee Mulligan, who I'm a big fan of,
Hmm.
and it's bizarre to watch it from the outside. Like my Rolodex is involuntary, but
Okay.
he's able to actually look through and pick stuff out.
Interesting.
And like he's on a game show called, well, it's called Game Changer, which like the scenarios sort of change every episode.
Hmm.
But they asked him, I think it was some fun fact about birds or something, and you can just see him just like, all right, hold on, gonna,
That's crazy, dude.
yeah, and they're like, oh, they were joking like, oh, he's looking through his mind palace, opening folders and all this, and I'm like, God, that sounds nice.
Man, dude. I wish I could remember bull crap like that. You know what I mean? Does he write comic books or anything? Or so I just looked him up and he has like cartoons all around him and stuff.
Wait, he also does a D&D show called Dimension 20,
Oh, cool.
which I need to start watching because by the looks of it, it's fantastic.
Are you into Dungeons and Dragons?
I desperately want to be.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel like I
But
would get so into it.
well, I keep just having bad luck with like DMs
Hmm.
because like we'll start a game and then that session ends and then we never come back to that campaign.
Well, that sucks because it's like I want to continue my character, you know?
Hmm. Spent all this time. I want to see where it goes.
A lot more like comic book shops have been popping up around my area, and they always like host D&D like nights all the time. So I gotta like go down and try one out.
Well, like, oh, I, y- you know, like, how do I word it? The Rolodex is a blessing and a curse, especially when it comes to comic books. I'm a comic book guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind? Like, what
Ooh,
are you
God.
into?
So I like. I'm gonna split the difference here. I like Marvel and DC,
Okay.
but but I like them both for different things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Like I think Marvel has more interesting uh like heroes, at least in what they do with them in certain stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, Spider-Man's pretty cool, and you kind of already know what he's about. But there are certain stories like Avengers Disassembled, where he morphs into a giant spider and essentially gives birth to himself.
What in the world? That's sweet.
Yeah, that's in my brain forever now.
Yeah.
It won't
Right into the
leave.
Rolodex.
Yep, it's written on that note card and pen. But
Do
then,
you
like,
like sorry, go ahead.
what's what's up?
I was just gonna ask, do you like DC more for like the darker side of comics or
A little bit. I like. So one of my favorite DC characters is Superman, but it's not the standard issue Superman. It's not
uh-huh.
like, you know, I've solved the problem.
Yeah.
I I like Superman when he's the problem.
Okay, interesting. Like what kind of like he's struggling the whole time or
Not struggling, but in some instances where he is outright the villain.
wow, I didn't even know they kind of made those. I thought he was always just like the Jesus of the superheroes.
Well, in that case, I will point you towards the story Superman the Red Sun, in which Superman is a communist dictator.
What in the world? Are you serious?
Yeah, he straight up has a hammer and sickle on his chest.
I'm looking at it right now. That's crazy, dude. What in the world?
Yeah, and like, how do I word it? There's an animated film about it, which covers a good amount of the comic book story, but boy, does the comic book go in a horrifying direction.
Really?
Like Batman is in that comic, but not. It's not like Bruce Wayne, like Beacon of Justice Batman.
Hmm.
It's more like, you know, political dissident blowing up Capitol buildings Batman.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta get into that. That sounds sweet.
Well, like, and I even have like, so I have once in a while I'll get like figures or actually like collectibles once in a while,
Hmm.
and so I have the Red Sun Superman here above my desk,
Oh, that's dope.
and then I have
With like the sickle and everything on his chest.
uh
That's so sweet.
and, and then I also have Bizarro Superman, which is one of my favorite like villain slash anti-heroes. Poor guy.
Sorry, say that one more time. Who is it?
Bizarro Superman.
I can't think of what that looks like. Let me look it up.
Oh yes. Well, like I like Bizarro because in most comic book iterations he's mostly misunderstood.
He kind of looks like a zombie. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's a failed clone of Superman,
Oh,
and he speaks sort of in the reverse. So like
okay.
well, he's like, me destroy you, but he's trying to help you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting concept, actually.
Oh,
Especially because having two Supermans would be dope, but then like a failed project could go like terribly wrong and be terrifying.
well, there's a moment where Bizarro gets his own planet.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
called Bizarro World, which is a giant cube.
Huh. A cube. I'd love that, dude.
What I'm saying to both you and the party people at home: read comics, please.
I just barely started getting into them and I want to more because they're so fun.
Well, like, so you ever watch the Marvel movies?
I kind of stopped. I just got like tired of them.
So, all right, so that the Marvel Cinematic Universe version of Iron Man,
Uh-huh.
Tony Stark is one of the nicer versions to ever happen.
Okay. Like
In most,
it's more accurate, or do you say they flip-flopped it where it's like not
oh
as
no,
aggressive as the other Superman, Iron Man, I mean.
oh no, he's just a nicer person.
Okay.
Well, like like throughout the movies, like, oh, he's got palladium poisoning. I can't believe I remember the name of that element.
Yeah, what's up with you, dude?
Oh my god!
I love it.
But he's got palladium poisoning in Iron Man 2, and he starts drinking, which is a comic book story from like the 80s.
Oh,
But
that's interesting.
but the thing is, comic book Iron Man in most continuities is a monster.
Really?
Yeah, during the Civil War event, not the movie. The movie that is tame in comparison to what Tony does in the comics.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're, in the movie, it's like, hey, we're going to bring you in because you didn't sign this piece of paper, right?
Hmm.
But in the comic, it's like, hey, we're going to imprison children and teenagers in an alternate dimension until they sign the paper.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Dude, here's the deal. I think that's why I kind of have a problem with Marvel, though, is because it feels too Disney. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
it's just too happy-go-lucky all the time. And it's even like when I was watching, I can't remember if it's Civil War or not, and like Iron Man swears, and then Captain America's like, "Hey, what did we talk about?" And it's like, dude,
Language.
shut up! Like you're almost dying every 5 seconds. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
You should be cussing up a storm right now.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know. I think that's what I like about DC more is they try to push that darker side a little bit more, which I love.
Well, like, so with Marvel at least, outside of the movies, like when it comes to like the sideshows, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, that sort of thing,
Hmm.
there are moments where it's like, okay, this seems a little too light-hearted, but then immediately followed by like, oh my god, what the hell was that?
Interesting.
like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I won't say who, where, or how, but somebody somewhere gets decapitated.
What in the
And I don't mean like it's inferred. No, it's like, and now they have blood on their costume.
uh,
Yeah,
huh? I would have not like thought of that from especially from Disney. What in the world?
yeah. Like a certain like it gets to a point where I'm like, that can't be what's happening, right? Oh,
Wow, dude. See, and that's what we need more of. Let's go. We need more decapitations in Marvel movies.
like, but like, well, with like DC, especially with like the Zack Schneider projects,
Hmm.
I feel like he does this thing that I would argue is worse than a like just a bad idea.
Uh,
Like bat nipples are one thing
oh, okay.
from Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Um, that's one thing, but when to me it's worse to introduce a great idea and then do absolutely nothing with it.
Are you talking about like Suicide Squad and stuff, or?
Well, like the 2016 Suicide Squad,
Hmm.
like I went back and watched that, and like there's so much potential there
Yeah, exactly.
if they just wrote the Joker entirely out of the film.
Dude, that was the worst casting, I feel like.
I don't even think it was the casting. I think it was just like,
The Joker himself, like the character they invented.
or at least that iteration, because he's
Yeah.
like a pimp in that movie.
Yeah, well, and I just hate Jared Leto too, so
Yeah. Well, he's good in Blade Runner 2049.
oh, I haven't seen him in that.
He's real good. He's real good.
I think the only one I liked him in is an American Psycho, probably because he dies, but
Hey, Paul.
yeah. Are you into Buffy the Vampire Slayer at all?
I've been meaning to, mostly due to the actor who plays Niles, Anthony Stewart Head.
Oh, the best.
Well, he was in one, like, I'm not a musical person, or excuse me, I don't watch musicals that often,
Hmm.
but I really enjoyed his work in Repo the Genetic Opera.
I've never even heard of that. See, exactly. Like, I'm surprised you even remember his name from that one movie.
Well, because, like, it was this thing where I'm watching him perform, and then I'm like, who is this guy?
No, he's amazing. He's such a good actor.
He's a really good singer, too.
Yeah, he sings a little bit in Buffy as well.
Oh, nice.
I
D- Where can I watch that, by the way?
It's all on Hulu if you have that.
Damn it, it's the one thing I don't have.
Oh, dang, man.
I've got, like, HBO Max and Netflix.
Oh, dude, those are two of the best though. So I get it.
Dude, I've been watching that Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol. I don't know if I've seen that yet.
It's about, like, the sort of, like, C-list DC heroes.
Okay.
Robot Man, was it Mr. Negative, Crazy Jane, Elastigirl, or the Elastic Woman.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
Is it new? Like 2022 or has it been around for a sec?
The most recent season wrapped up in 2021, and from what I hear, there's going to be a fourth season.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to check it out. And you said it's just a bunch of like failed DC characters?
Well, like, it not failed, but, like, sort of they've retooled them from their comic book origins,
Huh.
and, like, it's kind of like what they did with the newer Suicide Squad by James Gunn.
Yeah.
Like, Polka Dot Man, Peacemaker, all those characters are from back in the 60s.
Ooh.
Like, they're not brand new creations. They're redone, sure, but they are pre-existing people.
Man, I'll have to give that a go. That sounds sweet. And it's not animated, right? It's like real people playing them.
Yep.
Do you
It
like when they do animated uh superhero shows?
Yes, because I feel like they have more freedom in that regard.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, it seems like there is, I don't know, like, it's like the Sony, the Sony and Fox and Marvel dispute,
Hmm.
where it's like, oh, we can't have the X-Men hanging out with the Avengers because we don't have the rights to the X-Men because Fox has them, and, like, that whole problem that happened over the last 20 or so years.
Yeah.
But then you get to, like, the Ultimate Spider-Man, like the animated TV show, where he's hanging out with Wolverine.
Huh. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's just do that.
Heck yeah, dog. And like you said, like there's so much more freedom to like every aspect too of like fighting and I don't know. I think it's really cool when they do animated shows.
Well, then there's no worry of any, stunt performers getting hurt.
Oh, big time paying a lot of money for CGI and bullcrap like that.
Ugh.
Did you watch the Harley Quinn show on
I'm
HBO Max?
I'm still working through it.
You not a huge fan or
I'm I like it. There's parts of it where it's not even like, ooh, I hate this. It's just like, all right.
yeah, there's some aspect where it's like, oh, you guys just try too hard. Like try too hard to be edgy, I feel like,
Yeah.
where it's like you could have pulled the reins back just a little bit and it would have been fine. I don't know.
This is a great scene, and then it's like, and here's a dick joke.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, dude, this is like the fifth one in this like scene. Like,
We haven't left this room yet.
yeah, exactly. I thought it was the story. I think is fun though and different, which I really enjoyed.
Mm.
I just barely bought the comic book series that follows the next season, and I'm liking it a lot. I think it's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so you'll have to let me know if you finish it, and we can discuss what we think.
well, well, so this goes hand in hand with it. Do you ever see people like they're like either cosplaying or it's for a Halloween thing, but they like completely misinterpret the character?
I personally haven't really paid attention, but what do you exactly do you mean?
One of my favorites is like, look at this adorable couple's costume of Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh,
So does he abuse you too, or?
do, do, do we need to call somebody?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I get you. Man, ever since that Suicide Squad came out, though, every girl at Halloween, man, this
Mm-hmm.
has to be Harley Quinn. I don't get it.
Or they quote that line of like she was crazier than him.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like, calm down. You saw one movie, just chill.
Or my absolute favorite is the people that now. Do you know about Supergirl?
No. Like, what about her? Do you mean that?
So allow me to explain.
Okay.
So there, once in a while, thankfully it's getting rarer and rarer nowadays, you'll see a couple's costume of
Mm-hmm.
Superman and Supergirl.
Okay.
Here's the thing. They're cousins.
What?
Yeah.
They have to
It's
play
like,
like Sweet Home Alabama every time they walk in a room. Then they're
yeah, and so it's like, oh, me and my husband dressed up as Superman, Supergirl, couples goals, and people are like, do you know?
yeah. Like, why aren't you Lois Lane or something? You know what I mean? Even like Wonder Woman would make more sense. What in the world?
Perry White, somebody.
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah, dude, for real.
Fun fact: in the story The Dark Knight Returns,
Hmm.
Superman is with Wonder Woman, like
Okay,
romantically,
yeah.
and apparently, whenever they get busy so hard that it shakes the entire planet. Like, no joke, there's a scene of them like ricocheting off of mountains, and you're seeing news reports of like unprecedented tectonic plate movement.
That is the dumbest thing. I love that so much.
Followed by Wonder Woman stating plain as day, "I'm pregnant again," which is fucking baffling.
Yeah, what in the world?
Like, God, that was quick. I'm pregnant
Is
again.
is this a comic book or what?
Yes.
That is hilarious.
Uh,
I feel like some people who make comic books are just like try to throw in sexual things just for this, like just so they can and be like, yeah, I lived out my dream, you
you,
know?
you, you mean like Watchmen, where it's like a good portion of it is about like repression?
Is it? That's hilarious. What in the world?
Like how like Dan Dryberg can't get going unless they just got done saving people from a burning building.
What in the world?
Yeah,
Like,
but
why even add that? Who cares, you know?
well, within the context of the story, like it makes sense for him, but it's a weird like, why here or why now?
Yeah.
Like I can understand being like excited by the adrenaline of it all, but at least go home first.
Yeah.
But no, he's like, we're in my ship. Let's do this.
Dude, everyone just look out the window. What's going on?
We dropped off the civilians, and now they get to watch this owl-shaped ship kind of rock in the sky for a little bit.
Oh man. Well, hey, it was great talking about like comic books and like all this crap with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are getting close,
Yeah, we're
aren't
getting
we?
close. Yeah.
I forgot. I forgot you're an hour ahead. Well, with that, vivid visual that I've given everybody at home, thank you, Tanner, for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm so sorry this took so long to happen.
Oh, no worries. I had a lot of fun, man.
Good. Fine.
And sorry to everyone who had to hear us talk about sex and comic books for 30 minutes.
Hey, man, at least they chose like the weirder, like planet moving aspects of it. But thank you, Tanner, for coming on. Is there a video or a song or a place that you are particularly proud of that people can find you?
Yo, so I love my YouTube channel, and like anyone who wants to go listen to my music on there, that's awesome. But if you have Spotify or Apple Music or I don't know, Deezer, I know some people have that. But all my music, like my horror music, is on there as well. And I actually make like 3 cents off of it for every 1,000 plays. So
get to it. No.
Yeah, but it's great. You can listen to it like actually on the go, and like you don't have to look me up on YouTube. You can just listen on your preferred streaming platform. So if you want to look up Tanner Stokes and listen to my spooky music and also my other music, I just put out a kind of like a indie pop album this last year. So if you want to check that out too, if you like other music besides spooky music, you can check that out too.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you have a video on your channel that you're particularly proud of that you would like to be put in the description here?
Yeah. Sorry, it's one of my newer ones. Midnight Express. It's kind of like a bluesy jam kind of song, but it has like spooky undertones to it, and it just basically, I love that one because it's still kind of that creepy aspect, but I still got to kind of do a lot of like lead guitar stuff on it, which I had a lot of fun doing. So if you want to check out that song as well, it's on my YouTube channel, and also, like I said, on my on the streaming platforms as well.
Nice. Well,
but
what's up?
Thanks for having me on. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I have one final question to close this out.
Yeah, what's up?
If asked, would you be open to returning as a return guest?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Good.
We'll just have to talk back and forth for about 3 months, and then I'll be on.
We'll set something up for October.
Okay, perfect.
For something way down the line.
Perfect. That sounds great.
But Tanner, thank you again. This has been fantastic. And wonderful party people at home, thank you for sticking to the end. If you have, please go check out Tanner Stokes.
Hey, thanks a bunch, man.
Yeah, and with that, this has been Demasked. My name is Fresman, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day.